I'm Helen Machika, and this place is Kasangati, Buyinja zone. We're exactly about half a kilometer from the main road, the Gayaza Kampala road. And Kasangati is about 9 kilometers from Kampala. Yes. This is, I would say, it's a mixed urban farm in that we do crops and we also have some poultry. Yes. So in the crops, we have I categorize them in 3 sections. We have the nursery section where we raise a number of seedlings, almost all types of vegetable seedlings. We germinate them and then sell them to farmers. Sometimes some farmers bring their seeds for us to pre-germinate, but in most of the time we purchase the seeds, pre-germinate them and sell them when they're ready for transplant. We also train other people to start up their own nurseries in the same way, especially greenhouse farmers who would want to have their own nurseries within. Then within the seedlings, apart from the vegetable seedlings, I also have fruits where we do things like strawberries, mulberries, mangoes, apples, pomegranate, oranges, a number of them. We grow them and then farmers take and they plant. Sometimes we also get requests from farmers on things that we don't have, so we raise them basing on their orders. So we do that and then sell. Then we have also spices and herbs. Some of the spices are grown in the greenhouse. We raise them in the beds, in the trays in the greenhouse, whereas some we do them from out here, especially the ones that we use cuttings. Those ones we raise them outside here. And then farmers just come and buy. Yeah. Now, with this kind of setting, because as you can see, we have almost everything within here, I prefer to do this here so that when other farmers come, especially those that have some space within their homes, they're able to copy, they're able to emulate and go and do the same in their homes. So sometimes we also help them to set up these kinds of things. All the plants that you see here, most of them we harvest and sell. We have clients that buy from us ready plants. However, anything here is on sale as it is. Somebody can come and buy the whole bucket and just places it in their own homes. We have things like lavender, sage, the different types of mint. I have about 6 types of mint. So some of those we make concoctions that farmers can use to spray their plants. Yeah. We also ferment some of the plant residues in conjunction with a certain professor in Makerere, and we make organic fertilizers which we pack and sell to farmers. So we have poultry. The poultry, they are local birds. We sell them when they are ready, but we also sell the eggs. We also get the manure from them, the excreta, and we use them in our plants. and it helps us with increasing fertility of our plants. This farm is called Feed All Uganda Limited. It's a registered company. We registered it in around 2014. Yeah. My idea was that from food, we are able to feed everyone. From what we do, people are able to get something to eat, either directly from what we are growing or from the money they get from the sales, just like we are also doing. Yeah. And now, this is an urban farm. We try to limit the use of chemicals as much as we can because it is within a home setting, and we are encouraging people to grow healthy crops, healthy vegetables for consumption. So one, you have children around, but also we want people to eat healthy. Most farmers are not able to observe, what the inorganic chemicals say, the PHIs. They tell you spray today and then only harvest maybe after 7 days. So we are encouraging farmers to use these because they are not toxic. Yes, and their damage to plants is almost not there. In terms of maybe toxicity is not there, however long somebody uses it. This farm started in 2014. I used to be employed, but it was in 2014 that I left and started doing this on my own. Yeah. I always wanted flexibility in what I do, and I wanted to, to be able to manage my time, which was not possible with employment. And with employment, I had specific, programs. I had to do some things in a certain order. But when I'm self-employed, I'm able to see many people. I'm able to reach out to many people than when I'm confined to one place. I also wanted to be an employer. I wanted to be able to provide jobs for other people. Yeah. One, like I told you, we take some of the plants that we have here, we ferment them, and we take them in the lab in Makerere, and the doctor takes it on from there. He's a biochemist, so he takes it on from there, and then we come up with a product that is good for plant growth. That is one. We've also started to dry some of the herbs. So we are, like you found us there, we were planting more of the parsleys. So we plan to dry herbs like parsley, oregano, celery, and pack them sold. Because if in a fresh form, they may not be able to last long because not every farmer has storage facilities. Yeah. So we want to be able to pack them and sell. And besides that, we get more money when you sell a dried and packed produce. You make more money. Yeah. Here, for example, in the nursery, that is what we call a modern nursery. We don't actually plant the crops down. We use trays, seedling trays. And in the seedling trays, we use different media. We have cocoa peat, we have peat moss, we have perlite, vermiculite, so that is part of it. And then we have a manual spray pump. Whereas in the greenhouses, we have an irrigation system, which helps us with watering our plants and also helps in proper distribution of nutrients because we put water in a tank and then all the plants get a uniform amount. We don't have a tractor or such. We use, manual. If we have to dig, we do it with a hose. Yeah. I do keep a record of our daily sales and our expenses and our purchases. Yeah. Salaries. Yeah. I keep records to be able to know how I'm moving with the farm. Why am I doing it? Am I making a profit or not? or like for a particular enterprise, is it making sense to still do it or not? Yeah, so the records help me to evaluate. Yeah. One time, I needed to take a loan, and it was a loan of like 5 million. I went to a bank, and when the people came, they wanted to see just a record of, you know, my sales per day and how much I was earning per day or per particular month or something. So I really think that bailed me out. So they were able to use that, yes. This is like I'm not married, okay, I'm separated, so I'm doing this on my own. So I try to be a bit careful with who I employ and bring clothes, so I try to source them carefully. One, the gentleman we saw out there, we go to church together. So he's the one who does most of the manual work. He's been trained, he has gotten to know how to do most of these things. And then the lady you saw also works as a maid. She used to be only inside, but then she showed interest in what we were doing out here. So I taught her, and because she's trustworthy, she does most of the sales. When I'm away, she does the sales. And when I come, she tells me whatever she has sold, and then I'm able to write them down. And then I have a brother. He's not always here, but he's very interested in farming and interested in what I do. So he just comes in once in a while, and I just take him through what I do. Yeah, that is basically about family. Then, of course, the other people that I live with, I have another cousin brother. They come in and they help in doing some of the work. If we need to mix soil, if we're doing planting in the greenhouses, yeah. Yes, then we outsource workers as and when we need. We bring in casual workers to come and help us with work. But I also have 2 other people, because I have a greenhouse in Gayaza where I employ 1 person, and then another gentleman in another place. He manages, it's an outdoor production. Yes. One, I go and attend shows. These are exhibitions, farmer exhibitions. We have some at the sub-county here. We go and show up. However, we have really gotten a lot of marketing by word of mouth, because these are things we do in people's homes. So when people come to a home, they ask them, who did this for you? So they're able to tell who has done this. But we also print out some flyers and give out to different people. I have a Facebook page, so I keep posting what I do. Yeah. Yeah, we've also trained school children. We've introduced farming in different schools. In Kamuli, we've done some work in Karamoja, in Jinja. So all those, when asked who did it for them, in Mukono, we've done some work in Mukono High. They're able to tell people about us. Yeah. I have different products. My market for the seedlings are within the urban centers, mainly Kampala, Wakiso, and part of Mukono. Yeah, those are the people that really order seedlings from us. Yeah. However, for the ready produce, we have a contract with Carrefour. So we supply them vegetables. We do supply about 3 or 4 days in a week. Then also Nakasero. All the excess that we have, we sell to Nakasero. But also, we have the community. The community comes in here and buys. They buy fresh vegetables from us, and they're able to use them, yeah. I've impacted women, especially, and youth. There was a certain gentleman. I used to live in a different place. So he visited me, and he liked what I was doing, but he was still on campus. So when he finished school, he still looked for me, and he brought in some of his friends. So what we do with those kinds of people, we sell to them the seedlings at a reduced price, and then they go and do the same. They resell to different people. Yeah. And the women, especially within my community, most of the women knew that they didn't have space. They knew they were in mizigos, they were, you know, they couldn't grow these things. But once they come here, actually with those that are out there, they see it and then they come in and they're like, so I can also do this on my veranda. So we've been able to help them set up few gardens for nakati, for sukuma, things that they use every day. Yeah.